Who was that? Was that Hugh that let me know, or who was it?
Oh, it was Mike Logan.
Mike Logan, great. You and Hugh sound very similar.
Okay.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, so here's the deal. We're going to talk about the 8-point system today. And this is such a very simple but very important system that I have in place for myself. And I formally made it into a training that I want to do. I want to share with you guys the type of activities. And this is a great way to not only gauge your results and your activities. Remember, we can't control the outcome, but we can control the output. I'm focused on doing the right activities daily. So this point system is what everybody should be using to gauge their day. Now, minimum shouldn't be your maximums, okay? Now, here's one thing before we get into the training. Here's one thing that I want to, address. I was talking to a consultant, a mentor that's got a great team. A couple of them, as a matter of fact, they've got some incredible teams. And here's what I realized. Powur has so many avenues for you to generate revenue. Powur has so many ways, so many trainings for you to go out there and build your business, for you to go out there and make sales, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, which is awesome. But it's also not very good for some people because it confuses them. The confused mind does nothing. Let me give you, this is a pro tip. This is not only, hey, speaking as a #1 mentor within the entire company, this is as a sales professional. I'm giving you this tip. This is a general tip. Because there's 10 different things that you may hear. There's recruiting roofers, there's recruiting realtors, there's door knocking, there's BNI, there's all kinds of stuff, LinkedIn and social media prospecting. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that you do not have to apply all of that. My recommendation to you would be for you to find a couple of niche things that work for you. For example, Anthony Bonilla is phenomenal at getting business via social media, connecting with people via social media, recruiting and selling via social media. David Perez is incredible at getting sales via door knocking, recruiting people from the alarm industry. So if he goes out there and trains that, Anthony Bonilla isn't going to go out there, start door knocking and necessarily targeting home security people. So you have to understand that, hey, listen, everything that's being trained on, you're going to learn your skills, you're going to add to your skills, but doesn't mean that you have to go out there and do everything that's being trained on. Like, for example, me, when I got started, let me tell you what I focused on. I focused on a couple of things, a couple of fundamental things. I made my list of over 200 people and I called them and I let them know that I was in the solar industry. It is the soft war market approach, which there's trainings on, which, by the way, Stephen Gregg is, for those of you guys that may not know, he recruited 27 people in 1 month. He won the contest that Powur had, $7,500 bonus. He's creating a training website as we speak. Where fine, you guys have heard me talk about the modules, a training website that has module 1 for beginners, right? For the novice, for the people that are barely getting started, which has a fast start training, the scripts, how to approach, how to get the bill, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Then it's got module 2, which is a recruiting and prospecting. All of the trainings are recruiting and prospecting. And you go through module 1, then you go through module 2, then you go through module 3. That's going to be done by the end of the week. I promised some of you guys on a call last week that will be done by the end of this week. We're going to also have the PowerPoints there that you could download. We're going to have the scripts there in a PDF that you could download, right? We're creating this system because we want to help more people become more successful. But here's a point. When I got started, I made my list and I contacted that list. In the mornings throughout the day, from say 9 a.m. to about 2 or 3 p.m., guess what I was doing? I was on the phone prospecting homeowners, prospecting people to become consultants, right? And doing trainings. And then what was I doing in the evening? I was out there door knocking new home owners. I have a training on exactly what I did, all the tools and all the words and all the scripts that I used for the new homeowner training. I didn't do the traditional door knocking, even though I knew that was an option. I wasn't going to go out there and do the new homeowner list, plus do door knocking, plus go to BNI, plus do this. No. See, that's where people get it confused. So I want you to understand, hey, listen, you need to find what are the couple of things in your business, for your business, that are going to best fit you. There are some people that call leads. For example, let's say you want to go out there. Let's say I get somebody that tells me, JC, I want to go out there and I want to make full-time income day one. I'm going to ask them, okay, great. You've got paid, you've got paid leads and you've got non-paid leads. Do you have some money to put up? Yes, I do. Great. I could connect them with a company that'll sell them either old leads that he can call. So it's cold calling, but nevertheless, there were people that at one point were interested in solar. There's another company that I know that can give him 25 preset appointments per month, guaranteed appointments that sit, 25 of them for $5,000. All you got to do is close one to make all your money back. But what if he tells me he doesn't have the money? Great. We've got the training system for this. The social media, the door knocking, the new homeowner list. But you've got to decide which one is the best option for you. But don't get a lot of people, and in having conversations with the team, I'm having conversations with the team and I'm realizing they've got a cluttered mind. Some of these people, not everybody, but some people have a cluttered mind. They think they've got to do 10 different things. No. Pick 2 or 3 things and focus on those things. Some people want to come in here, they only want to sell solar and they only door knock and they don't build a team. Hey, God bless you. We've got an opportunity for you as well. We don't discriminate on people that don't want to build a team. We don't discriminate on people that don't want to door knock. You don't have to door knock. Anyways, I just wanted to get this thing and set the stage with that. So with that being said, let's get into the 8-point system. Okay, guys? So what do I mean by the 8-point system? Here's the way the 8-point system works. Okay. The 8-point system is a set of a couple of different things. And by the way, if you guys are able to open up your camera, please open up your camera. The 8-point system is a couple of different activities that you've got that are going to help you with your daily activity. And it isn't about the 8 points that you generate. That will create some positive impact in your business. But for those of you guys, and I think it's a majority of you guys that are building a team, you have to understand the following. What if you've got, right now as we go into this, 5 guys on your team that are generating a minimum of 8 points daily because of this positive activity? Now it isn't just you. Now you've got 48 points being done. It's a way of tracking the positive money-making activities. That is a key. Because remember, there's activity and productivity. This is getting productivity. This is getting production done. So for example, number 1 is attending a training or opportunity meeting. Congratulations. We've got 73 people on this training today. You all just earned a point. You attended a training. Let me ask you this question. Do you think there would be some merit? Do you think there would be some benefit from some of your team members that didn't get on this training to get on this training? Yes. Let me give you a little tip on recruiting and team building. You don't recruit people one time. You recruit them, then you re-recruit them. Some of you guys, today's training is going to re-recruit you, reignite you, teach you something. Some people are going to get on here that were trying a million things and they were close to quitting because they were so frustrated and they were trying a million things, and they're going to say, you know what, I'm going to focus on 1, 2, I'm going to focus on 3 things and I'm going to master them. I'm going to focus on this for the next 2 years. And they're going to go out there and make a 6-figure income in the next 12 months. Then they're going to say, hey man, I remember that one training. I remember I was joining one BNI group and I was joining another networking group. Then I was contacting realtors and I was contacting roofers and I was doing this and I was doing that. No. Focus on a couple of fundamentals. There's a lot of avenues to get the business, but that doesn't mean that all of the avenues are for everybody. So anyways, attending training. And I want you guys to share in the chat. I want this to be an interactive training. How many of you guys think that it would be valuable to have people from your team on this training that are not currently on this training? I want you guys to type in the chat if you feel that way. Number 2, personal development. Attending the training gets you 1 point. Personal development gets you 1 point as well. Personal development, today, you are getting personal development. If you're going through some of the trainings that we have on for example, some of the trainings that we have on the training website that will be available later this week, on the Powur University, some of the corporate trainings, maybe tomorrow's training with Jonathan Brunasso, guess what? But also generic training. We're going to get into that. So that's one point. Door-to-door prospecting or general prospecting. 1 point. Every hour of prospecting gets you 1 point. How many of you guys on the chat are going to be door knocking later today? I want you guys to write in the chat, not only door knocking, but some kind of prospecting. Maybe you have a BNI meeting. Maybe you have a networking group. Some of you guys may even get a booth. By the way, here's the deal. There's a mall, Rosemead Mall. My wife back in the days used to get a booth there for ADT home security. I told her, hey, I want the contact for that place. I want to find out how much it costs to get a booth for the weekend. And they can get it from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to pay. I'm not going to work the booth, but I'm going to get somebody to work that booth. Guess what? They're going to work that booth 10 hours a day, man. 2 people. One takes lunch. The other one is there. You're going to be standing all day. Well, you can have some of those high chairs, right? And I'm going to put people on there. You know why? Because I believe in investing in my business. But guess what? If you go out there and you're working, let's say 9 hours, you take an hour break, you work 8 hours, you just generated your 8 points for the day. How many of you guys think prospecting is mandatory? David says, hey, that's one of the best mentors in the entire company, by the way. That's one of the best mentors in the entire company is David Perez. That dude knows, that's all he knows how to do is prospect. How come I recruited 67 people last year? Because all I do is prospect. I don't know how to not prospect. And I see that more people are joining the training. Guess what? That means that probably some of you guys are messaging people to get on this training. Yes, today's training is extremely important. We're not done yet. This is not the only slide. I'm going to give you guys some value. And by the way, this is recorded. So for those of you guys watching the YouTube video on this, I want you to comment here that you're watching the recording. Okay? So here's the deal. Any type of prospecting. I love door-to-door, right? Traditional door-to-door and new homeowners list. You know why? Because I believe that anybody can do it. I'm not forcing any one of you guys to do that. I'm not telling any one of you guys to do that, but let me give you a story that you may have already heard. There's a guy on here named George. George, he mentioned it earlier. He moved to California for 2 months, rented an Airbnb, got a car, rental car. He's been here for about a month and a half. I don't know how long he's been here now. I think since February, the beginning of February, okay? Anyways, this guy came here. Guess what? He came here to chew bubble gum and kick butt. And he's all out of bubble gum. So he's just kicking butt. He just closed his 4th sale. Ask him if he had any door-to-door, solar door-to-door experience. No, he didn't. Ask him if he had any solar experience. No, he didn't. He retired from the military. Guess what? Military, he's probably got some discipline. He moved down here and he works his butt off. He already closed his 4th contract. I believe that anybody could do it. As long as you're willing to do it. And guess what? We got the trainings for doing that. And if you don't have the money to go out there and buy leads, that is a great alternative to go out there and get some prospecting done. Anyways, that's 1 point. Every hour prospecting is a point. You might want to look into, I know a guy in Powur, he goes to farmers markets on weekends. I take that back. Not only weekends, farmers markets are here in Downey. There's a farmers market on the weekend, on Saturday. So that's why I think that. The point is that this guy gets a booth at farmers markets on weekends. Okay, closes a bunch of deals. This is a normal thing he does. He knows his route. He invests in his money. It costs him a little bit of money, maybe, I don't know, maybe a couple $100 to get a booth. There's so many ways to get the business out there. But guess what? If you don't want to invest, there's some free ways to do it. Number 4. Every time you prospect a new person, follow up on the new person, or do a 3-way call, that's 2 points. So if I give you a call and I say, hey, Johnny, have you noticed that your electricity bill has been going up? And I go through with that script. Or if I call you and say, hey, Johnny, listen, man, I wanted to give you a call. I just started with a solar company. Part of my job is to design 10 solar systems. I need 10 bills. I just need the bill to design the system. Could you help me out, bro? It's a part of my training. I got to get this done by Sunday, man. How many of you guys do that? Guess what? You do that. Whether or not they give you the bill, you got 2 points. See, because we don't care about the outcome, we care about the output. Because if you do enough of the proper outcome, the proper way, the positive results will come. Just like door-to-door, where we mentioned every hour of prospecting, whether it's door-to-door, maybe you go prospecting to a networking event. Maybe there's a, what do they call home and garden show? Home and garden show, and you get a booth there, and you're there for 8 hours. Guess what? You got 1 point for every hour. You got 8 points. Ask yourself this question. If you had 10 team members putting in 8 hours, getting 8 points of prospecting per day, you think your team will make some sales? You think you guys will make some money? Of course. But see, it starts with you. And I want you guys to know that this is a system that we're going to be pushing strongly. And these are the things that I focus on. I focus on these things, but I wanted to put it in a system, in a format that is easy to understand. So prospect somebody, 1 point. Let's say you've got somebody that looked at the business or is considering solar, but they haven't made a decision yet. Follow up with him. You showed it to him on Friday. Today's Monday. My brother Lewis has a mechanic that we know. Gave him the bill. We've got the proposal ready. When he calls him and follows up with him, see, he got some points for getting the utility bill last week, right? That when he prospected that person, he got a point. When he got the utility bill, he got more points. When he doesn't follow today, he's going to get more points, right? So follow-ups, whether it's for recruits or whether it's for clients, that's 2 points. 3-way calls, 2 points. I do 3-way calls all the time. One of the people that puts me on a lot of 3-way calls is Anthony Bonilla. No surprise, he's got an incredible team growing. Jordan Shaw, one of the top mentors in the entire company who's on here today, guess what? That was a 3-way call, 3-way Zoom. He actually had myself and Brunasso on a Zoom with this guy. Now the guy's out here crushing it. But he had to prospect him first. Do you guys think that Anthony thought, oh man, Jordan's going to end up becoming one of the top mentors in the entire company? Probably not. Because we don't know who the heck it's going to be, right? But what he focused on is the right activity. And doing the right activity stacked by right activity, by correct activity, by correct activity. Boom, now he's got a guy that's making a lot of money himself. But guess what? Anthony's overrides are not too shabby from the work that this guy's doing. And guess what? Rightfully so. The next one, get a utility bill. When you get a utility bill, that's 2 points. Prospect, you call Johnny, you prospect Johnny, you got 2 points. He didn't send you the bill yet. You follow up on Johnny the following day. Johnny, I haven't received the bill. I need that bill in order to give you your solar proposal. Johnny sends him the bill. That's another 2 points he got that day for the follow-up. When he finally gets the bill, guess what? He gets 2 points for getting the bill. It's not that hard to generate 8 points a day, guys and girls. It's a very simple thing, but are you tracking? Here's the thing. Let me ask you this question. Do you guys think that Amazon knows their numbers? Yep. Amazon not only knows their sales numbers, they know their inventory numbers. They know their shipping numbers. Amazon employees have a clock from when this order is placed, from when it's got to go, and it's all, they know their numbers. McDonald's, I don't like McDonald's, but I like their business model. They know their numbers. Powur, you ever been on the corporate calls? They know their numbers. That's why we're the fastest growing company in the nation. So you have to decide, hey man, are you treating this like a business or like a hobby? Because if you don't know your numbers, you're treating it like a hobby. How can you expect to achieve the levels of success that you want to achieve? And you don't even know your numbers. You're not tracking your numbers. You should know that you should take a screenshot, and you should, here's what I recommend more than a screenshot. You should write these down. When you write them down, you will memorize them better. You will understand them better. And you should be tracking these numbers. And you should make a goal to generate 8 points daily minimum. And I want you guys to write this down. And I'm looking here, by the way, again, if you guys are able to turn on your camera, please turn on your camera. I'm looking at this here. I want you guys to tell me here on this chat, how many of you guys are committed to knowing your numbers? How many of you guys are committed to getting 8 points daily? I want to see it on social media. I want to see it on the chat. Here's the deal. The leadership can only help you so much. Guess what? If you're willing to put your part in. Because the leaders out there, listen to this. Keep putting it on the chat. How many of you guys are committed to doing this? Here's why. The leaders out there, you need to work with the willing. Leaders, you're going to get people that are going to tell you, they're going to give you a lot of lip service. Hey, man, I want to be successful. Hey, man, I'm tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Hey, this, hey, that. But then they don't attend training. When they do attend training, they don't apply the training that's given to them. This is a very simple yet effective training. You want to know how to call and get the utility bill? We've got the script and the training, the videos for it. You want to call people and learn how to get ambassadors? We've got the script and the training for it. That's what the training website, which has like 30 videos in order by modules, will be ready by the end of the week. We're going to give you all the tools to be successful. In there, guess what? When you barely get started in the training system, it shows you what the schedule is and the Zoom links, so you can add to your calendar. You should have this on your calendar as a reminder. Repeat it every Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Every Tuesday, 10 a.m. Standard Time is Jonathan Brunelso's training. That's usually more in-depth training, more complicated training on the how-tos and the inner workings of solar. So anyways, number 5, get a utility bill. Oh, we talked about that. 2 points. The next one, number 6, get an ambassador. Actually, by the way, these two should have been flipped. Getting an ambassador is supposed to be 2 points. Getting a utility bill is supposed to be 3 points. Okay, but anyways, getting an ambassador is 2 points. Utility bill is 3 points. We've got the script on how to go out there and get an ambassador. We have it. There's your training in that training system on how to do it. Why is that training system put in place as well? Because a lot of times people are going to contact you and they're going to say, hey, I got my first lead. How do I enter the lead? I don't got time to sit down with people on a Zoom and show them how to enter a lead. You guys know me. Those of you guys that have assigned me as a mentor, I say, I'm going to send you a video that shows you how to enter a lead and how to tag a mentor. Once you're done with that, let me know so I can request a proposal. Then I'm going to send you a video on how to edit the proposal. These videos are all in one of the modules here. I'm going to say, go to module 4, video 2. Go to module 4, video 3. Why? Because it's a system. Write this down. A system stands for save yourself some time, energy, and money. Save yourself some time, energy, and money. That's why we're creating this 8-point system. That's why we're creating the training system. That's why we have the scripts, right? All right, the next one, BNI networking or similar groups. If you join and attend a BNI networking group or a similar group, there's one called Team, there's Chamber of Commerce, there's a bunch of different ones. Guess what? You attend a BNI meeting or one of these networking groups, 3 points, because you're in there to network. Let's say you join your local Chamber of Commerce. You join the Chamber of Commerce, you're the solar guy there. You're networking with the plumber, with the realtor, with the loan officer. You make sure they all have your business cards. You make sure that they see you every single week or every 2 weeks or whenever the hell they meet. Guess what? BNI, for example, meets every single week. Am I saying that all of you guys should be a part of BNI? That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that if you have the time to dedicate to BNI, if that's within your schedule, and some of you guys need to make the time. Let me tell you the one reason why I'm not a part of BNI. I'm going to tell you the one reason why I'm not part of BNI. Because as some of you guys know, I honor the Sabbath, and every 4 weeks we honor the Sabbath, right? Just as the Bible teaches, every 4 weeks it changes based on the moon. So the Sabbath will fall on a different day every 4 weeks. Right now it's Thursday. The next 3 Thursdays, because it was last Thursday, the next 3 more Thursdays, I will not be available. So if my BNI meeting was that day on the Thursday, for 4 Thursdays, I won't be able to attend. So according to their rules, I will not, because I used to be a part of BNI when I started. If that wasn't the case, I would be a part of BNI. Right? Again, is that for everybody? No. Now, I'll give you guys the builders. Here's a goal. This is such a golden nugget for the builders. You should focus on having as many people a part of BNI and committed to BNI as possible. How many people here are a part of BNI? Put in the chat. I know that Isela, put in the chat. So Isela is a part of BNI. Ramsey is a part of BNI. I believe, I'm not sure if Bonilla is. I think he is. He was, right? Yep. So your goal should be to get a bunch of people a part of BNI. Look, Luis Perez is a part of BNI. That's right. Here's the deal. Luis Perez, top mentor in the company, right? Bonilla was a BNI member. Jonathan Brunelso, one of the top mentors in the entire company, 7-year, 8-year solar pro, part of BNI. Miles is a part of BNI. Listen, success leaves clues. This is networking, right? Anyways, you attend your BNI meeting, guess what? That's 3 points. Now, when you're a part of BNI, for example, you could actually attend your weekly meeting, but you could go to other chapters meetings as well. And you could look online and on their app to see, let me look at this chapter next city down. Do they have a Solar Pro? No. Great, I'm gonna go to that meeting. Let me look at this other chapter. Oh, they do have a Solar Pro, so I'm not going to that meeting. Let me go to this other one. And you could literally go to 5 a week if you wanted to. You could go to more than that a week. Very, very important. So anyways, 3 points. Present the program to somebody. Present the program to somebody, meaning you present the solar opportunity to a homeowner, whether it's a personal customer or a mentee sale, you got 4 points. Or if you present the opportunity to somebody for the business, that's 4 points. Guess what? You don't even have to present the business by yourself. You can use third party. So let's say I contact Mike. I pique Mike's interest in the business. Mike says, hey man, I'm interested. Literally right now, less than a minute ago, some guy tagged me that he saw the video and he wants to get on the phone with me. So let's say Mike, I contact him and he's interested and I send him a video, which by the way, Isela, do you have the list of the videos that I sent to people? Who has a list of the videos that I sent to people, which by the way, they're going to be in the training module. Okay, I'll share it on the WhatsApp group and on Facebook later. I have notes of all of the videos that I share. So anyways, I send Mike the video presentation and he watches it. I got 4 points. Whether he joins me or not, doesn't matter. I exposed them to the business. I got the business presented to him. Boom. I got 4 points. So I don't even have to present it myself. I can have the video do it. Now, what if I prospect 3 people today and I get 3 people to watch the video? I just earned 12 points. And I present it to a homeowner. Just for the simple act of presenting to the homeowner, I got 4 points. Now, the next one. Let's say you tag a mentor. You got the lead already. So you got points for getting the lead. You got the utility bill, which means you got the lead, right? Now you tag the mentor and so you got the lead. You tag the mentor, schedule the appointment. You got 4 points. Just for scheduling the appointment. Why? Because if you do enough of this, you're going to get the positive results. If I go to the gym today and work on abs all day, and I eat super healthy, keto diet, which I'm not saying the keto diet is healthy, but it does help with the abs. Right? Sorry, guys, I kept having the call. If that happens again, I got my computer open. I'm going to jump onto my computer. So if I do that, am I going to get the results right then and there? Nope. I cannot go work out one day, even if I go super hard and eat healthy that one day and get the results. But if I keep doing the same thing over and over, the results are inevitable. If you keep prospecting and generating these points based on this activity, the results are inevitable. And then obviously number 10, you get a sale or recruit a consultant. 5 points. What if you get a sale and recruit a consultant? You got 10 points. Now write this down. Don't make your minimums your maximums. 8 points. This is super important, almost as important as anything I've said. 8 points is the minimum. If you want to, remember, there's 3 kinds of people. There's people that want to supplement their income. I recommend you do the 8 points. But especially if you want to, person number 2, those who want to replace their income or those who want financial freedom. Those are the 3 stages. People that want to supplement, people that want to replace, and people that want financial freedom. If you're in the last 2, you want to replace your income. You want your power business, your solar business to replace your income. Your 8 points should be your absolute bare minimum. You want financial freedom. 8 points should be your minimum before noon. I'm just talking real talk, man. Because sometimes some people's conception of what it takes to achieve success is way off from reality. You got to go through a shitload, excuse my language, didn't mean to say that. You got to go through a ton of rejection and temporary setbacks. before you achieve anything. Anything less before you achieve anything huge, right? Anything less than that is an insult to other people that have already done it. Okay, so let's keep moving forward. So check this out. This is just a little recap. Attend the training. There's live trainings and recruited trainings, right? Company trainings, company corporate conventions. July 15th and 16th. How many people on this chat? I want participation here. How many people on this chat? See you later, Jordan. How many people on this chat are committed? Here's two people. There's those that are interested and those that are committed. The interested people do the stuff that need to get done when it's convenient. The committed people do what needs to get done regardless. I want you to type in the chat. I want everybody to type in the chat. Interested or committed? I'm putting people on blast. I'm making people uncomfortable because guess what? Success is uncomfortable. Put it in the chat. I'm watching the chat right now. And I'm watching some of you guys on video right now. I want you to put it in the chat. Here's why. Where's the convention? Is it Dallas? Dallas, Texas, July 15th and 16th, 2022 will be the first live convention that Powur does. Powur is a future $100 billion company. All the other conventions have been via Zoom. This is the very first in-person 2-day event with the top leaders training on how they got there. In person is a lot better than via Zoom. Let me tell you something. Those of you guys that said that you're committed, I don't want today to be over without you getting that doggone ticket. I don't play games, man. I quit school because of recess. I'm not playing around. I didn't come here to take part. I came here to take over. You want to take over with me? Take actions like me. Don't give me lip service. You guys know when you come to my trainings. That's why some people don't come to my trainings. Oh, JC's too tough, man. JC's too tough on me. I tell my son, listen, son, if you're hard on yourself, life will be easy on you. If you're easy on yourself, life will be hard on you. You've got to do the stuff that makes you uncomfortable. Buy your tickets, $99. And what about if they have the Powur Live? Isn't it? Oh, cool. So the 99 is to reserve it, and then they're going to refund you. So I haven't even done it because I thought the $35 automatically paid for it. But guess what? If it costs $2,000, I would make it to the event. Doesn't matter. There's nobody in the company that thinks that I'm not going to make it to the event. There's nobody in the company that thinks that I'm not going to make it to the event. You ask the owner, Jonathan Butt, do you think JC Rangel will be at the event? Without a shadow of a doubt, that dude will say yes, of course. That's a silly question. We just wasted 2 seconds of life with you asking me that freaking question. Of course he's going to be there. He's got blue blood pumping through his veins, the power, color, blood pumping through his veins. That dude is all in. Personal development, solar training, general personal development training. There's going to be a module on the training website that will have personal development training that we recommend. Hours and hours, over 10 hours of training there. Now there's a bunch of other stuff. For example, we're going to have John Addison on there. We're going to have the A.L. Williams Just Do It speech. We're going to have some Jim Rome on there. We're going to have some bulletproof mindset training on there. It's all going to be there. Now here's the deal. When we get the training up, I don't recommend that you go spend a bunch of hours on that training, especially during the day, right? That training should be, don't let your learning get in the way of your action, by the way. Don't let your learning get in the way of your action. Guess where you get personal development from too? From the field. Calling people, making mistakes, falling on your face and getting rejection. That's where you're going to get a bunch of personal development from. Okay? Next one, door-to-door prospecting. We talked about this. Every hour is a point. And it doesn't have to be door-to-door. It could be prospecting different ways, networking events, calling leads, etc. Every hour that you're actively prospecting, I'm not saying that you make one call an hour. Oh, yeah, there's a point. I made a call today. No. We're talking about active time prospecting. If you're calling leads, if you're door knocking, if you're doing new homeowner lists, if you've got, a booth somewhere, that's what I'm referring to. Okay, let's keep moving. Prospecting, follow-up, and three-way calls. We talked about this. Whether it's homeowners that you're prospecting or a recruit, same thing with three-way calls. That counts utility bill. use the help me script. Okay. Getting ambassadors. You want to call your list with the warm approach script. Realtors, loan officers, roofers are great people to make ambassadors. Your goal, I used to say 100 people. Why did I go from the goal should be 100 ambassadors in a year to 50 ambassadors in a year? Here's the reason why I went to that. I said, I got to think of myself and put myself in the shoes of the average person that's joining the business. Is 100 really something that is really doable for just the average person? And I said, probably not. Do I believe that 50 free ambassadors is doable with effort? Not saying it will be easy. Matter of fact, it may be a little tough, to be frank. But is it doable is a question. Yes, it is doable. So my goal for you, again, if you want to be successful with this business, should be to get 50 ambassadors at least in your first 12 months. Or start today. Today's day one. Think of this. Day one is today. Doesn't matter when you got started. Today's day one. I want you guys to write that down. I want you guys to put it in the chat. Day one. Today is day one. From today, moving forward, is not the old you. It's a new you. You're going to know your numbers for your business. Powur is your solar business. And today is day one of your solar business. Today, you commit to being a victor, not a victim. Today, you commit to 50 ambassadors by, what's the date today? March 14, 2023. I'm so happy and grateful that now on March 14, 2023, I have 50 ambassadors minimum. I'm so happy and grateful now that this has come to pass. Act as if, pretend as if it already happened. And guess what? That is actually a number that's doable for anybody. And as we know, every ambassador you get gets you 3 points. And if you focus on getting the points daily, you're going to get better results, man. Don't make your minimums your maximums. What if you get 8 points by 2 o'clock today? Should you take the day off? Let me ask you this. Would Jonathan Budd take the day off? Would Charles Thompson take the day off? Jonathan Brunasso? Would Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant take the day off? Nope. So I don't take the doggone day off either. If I close 3 sales by 3 p.m., I'm going to keep going till whatever time I need to go. Now, I got to take my son to jiu-jitsu at 5 or 6. I'm going to go do that for sure. But guess what? I'm going to pay the price up until that time. All right, networking events. We talked about this. Chamber of Commerce. You could go on social media, find networking events, meetup.com. You can find networking events. I mean, man, there's a ton. Some of you guys may have some green energy tree hugger groups. Those are great events to go to. What if you go to an event where a bunch of people meet to talk about global warming? Guess what? If some of those homeowners haven't gone solar, those are probably pretty good leads. Again, I'm giving you guys ideas. Do I do that? Do I go to these networking events? I don't. I focus on recruiting, training, closing mentor sales, and working on projects. That's what I do all doggone day long. There's a lot of fancy stuff to do. I don't do it all. I don't got time for it all. I stay in my lane. And I keep doing this. And then I keep identifying champions. And I work with those champions. I invest time in those champions. Number 8, present the program to somebody, third-party tool. Use the appropriate video. Number 9, tag a mentor. Schedule an appointment with the mentor. Okay, self-explanatory. And then get a sale. So with that said, we're going to wrap up with this, guys. This is a challenge for you. Let's see what time it is. Okay, good. I'm going to go through this challenge quickly. This is something that I learned from Charles Thompson. Okay. Simple thing to add. This is something that is not very hard to do, and it goes hand in hand with getting the 8 points. So it's a 10 penny challenge. Okay. How does a 10 penny challenge work? Here's how it works. Okay. Text 10 people per day using the recommended script. How many of us can send 10 text messages in a day? And you can do that while you're in the restroom. As long as some people take, they can do it right from the restroom, right? Maybe a little TMI there. You want to comment on 10 social media posts per day. This is very important, by the way. I on purpose get on there and I comment Jerry says he's going on a D2D blitz this week. I love it. I love blitzes. And I love that you go. That means that you go all out massive action for an extended period of time. You want to comment on 10 social media posts? Guess what? I identify who the key people are. Let's say, for example, I'm on Instagram and I follow realtors. I'll go on their profile and I'll click on the little bell. That way their stuff pops up first and more frequently. And I like and comment them more often. Then they start to get to know me, get to know me, get to know me, get to know me. You can do the same thing on Facebook. Connect with 10 people on social media per day. This is going to fill your pipeline and facilitate one meaningful conversation daily. You text 10 people per day. You comment on 10 social media posts per day, and you connect with 10 social media, with 10 people, excuse me. Comment, yes, and connect with 10 people on social media. And you want to repeat this pattern for a year. Let me move this thing out the way because it doesn't let me read it. This is going to set you up for economic freedom. Okay. Let me show you. Okay. So here's what we're talking about. One solar discussion per day and one business discussion per day. We're not talking about a lot. But see, when you're commenting on people's things, right? When you're engaging with people, when you're sending the text out, this is 30 contacts you're doing that you could do from your home, from your phone. Matter of fact, Willie Gonzalez, first month, no solar experience. First month, $32,000 in commissions he earned. Willie Gonzalez is on here. First month, 32 G's. Guess what he did? He was contacting 10 people per day. And he was following up on them, scheduling appointments, recruiting people. If they were homeowners, let's get you a proposal. Here's why. I recruit Mike. Mike is a homeowner, but I recruited him. Hey, Mike, we got a great way for you to earn $1,000. So let's give you a solar proposal. If it makes sense for you, you go solar. If it doesn't make sense for you, no big deal. But if it does make sense to you and you want to go, we can make your wife or your mom or your sister, whoever, an ambassador, and you earn $1,000. But the sale is a recruiter sale. That's what he did. He recruited Hector. Hector was solar. He recruited his son. His son was solar. Willie, how many sales are you at? How many sales are you at? I think he's at 6 sales already.
7.
7 sales. Thank you for the correction. Sorry, man. Didn't mean to insult you, brother.
Okay.
7 sales. How long ago did you sign up with Powur, bro?
Now it's 7 weeks.
So now it's 7 weeks. Think about this. But in his first month, he earned $32,000 in sales. That's what he earned. Now, he hasn't got paid all that money yet, right? Not all installs have happened yet. But Willie was talking about it. His son was talking about it earlier. I think his son's install is already scheduled, right? His son's install is already scheduled. Guess what? How many people do you have on your team now?
About 20.
20 people on his team. Let me tell you guys something, man. I say it all the time. And I hate saying it. Honestly, I do hate saying it because it'll make people think that I'm over here tooting my own horn, but I'm not. I became the #1 mentor in the company and the #1 recruiter. But I became the #1 mentor because I was the #1 recruiter. 67 recruits, 99 mentor sales. And I took no sales outside of my team. People from other teams always ask me to mentor sales, and I say respectfully, I decline. Right? Recruiting, man, is, to me, here's my philosophy. Recruiting is a lifeblood to my business. All right, meaning, you know how many people I got this guy, Daniel. He might be on here. Daniel Barandaya. I recruited him. Guess what? He wanted solar for his house. Boom. Guess who sold him solar? I'm the one that sold him solar. I probably did 15, 20 deals like that last year. Recruits that wanted solar. All right. Let's keep it moving. 10 penny challenge. That's 365 conversations per year. Let's say 1 of 3 resulted in an electric bill. And let's say 1 out of those 3 result in a contract. 360, divided by 3 equals 120 bills. 120 bills divided by 3 equals 40 contracts for the year. Willie is more than on track to do this. 40 contracts at an average of 7 G's is $280,000, not including your revenue share. 20% override level 1, 10% override level 2, not including stock options, not including level 3, 4, 5, and 6. But guess what? It takes a consistent effort over time, right? So the question is, will you accept this challenge? Anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this call, the Powur Hour. We took just about an hour. So I appreciate you guys. This recording is going to be available. Here's my recommendation. You want to make sure that this recording, okay, you get your team to watch it, and you may want to watch it 2 or 3 times. You're not going to learn everything that you needed to learn from this thing one time. April 2nd, let us know. By the way, I want to bring on Luis Perez, one of the top mentors in the company. Okay, by the way, the training website is going to have all of our mentors' contacts, names, and numbers, and states that they specialize in on there as well. It's going to be awesome, man. I can't wait for that to be out. We've been working on it over the weekend even. So Luis Perez, are you there? We're going to wrap this up, guys. Give me one more.
Yes, sir. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Luis, let us know about the Super Saturday that we've got coming up in Spanish here.
Yes. So we're very excited. Everyone should be there. Everyone should register. I just shared the event on the chat. It will be in Spanish. However, we will have English translation. So it really is open for everyone. The main event will be hosted in Spanish, but there's going to be translation. So everyone should be there. It's going to be great. We're going to have, of course, Mr. JC Rangel train, and David Perez, also Lily, Solar Lily. You guys know she's great. And yeah, so we should all just register and be there. And we can't miss it. Remember, events drive our business, right? Promote the event. Use the event to take your business to the next level. Events drive your business. So we'll see you guys all there.
I love it. I love it. Awesome. Thank you. So April 2nd, guys, Spanish. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Remember, English translation. Who do you know in the LA area? There's going to be in Orange County. It's about 30 minutes east of downtown Los Angeles. Who do you know in the LA area? We're going to be doing that event. So I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys got some value from this. Take this information. Let's go out there and crush it. Generate your 8 points daily. I want to see the 8 points being used today. TNT. The most successful people in anything are explosive. TNT. Today, not tomorrow. I want to see the points today. I want to see who's going to warrior up. I want to see who's going to pay attention. Because guess what? I'm not doing this here for my health. I'm doing these calls here because I want to give value, and I want to identify who the people are that really want to set themselves apart. So I appreciate you guys. God bless all of you guys. See you guys at the top or from the top. Take care.